Hey, welcome. Mr. Burns here, back from spring break, and we're learning about government's role in the United States economy. And one thing that we want to focus on is public goods and services. Remember, whenever you think of that word public in civics and economics, you need to think of the government providing things to people. So that's when I say public goods and services, it means the government, which is identified here by the Capitol building. Providing goods and services to people that maybe they wouldn't otherwise be able to provide for themselves if it wasn't for the government or as easily, as efficiently. Okay, so you should have this handout out in front of you, and we're going to take notes on this handout going down. It's going to be a quick video, so let's go. All right. Okay, so at the top of your handout, remember, like I just said, that the government is going to provide these public goods and services, which we'll come up with some examples in a moment, that if individuals and businesses had to provide them, they would not be able to do that very well, very efficiently, which is one of our vocab words. Remember, efficient means in the easiest way or the simplest way possible, cheapest way possible, maybe. All right, so here's the characteristics of public goods and services, which is letter A, and there's going to be 4 bullets going down. All right, or 3 bullets, I'm sorry, going down. Number 1 is they're going to include items such as, and you're going to write this right where it says number 1 on your note sheet. You can see here as you follow along, right there, 1, 2, 3. Okay, items such as interstate highways, the postal service, and national defense. Those are a few examples of public goods and services that the government provides that everyone's going to benefit from. Okay? Write down 2 of these other examples. We have schools, we have police and fire protection, we have sanitation and water, street lights. These are all public goods and services. All right. Number 2. Another thing that public goods and services do is they provide benefits to many people at the same time, simultaneously. Everyone can benefit from a street light. Everyone can benefit from the police because they're taking care of a large area. They're not just protecting a few people; they're protecting everybody. Okay, and then number 3, if we didn't have these, they may not be available if individuals had to provide them. I mean, you might just provide something for yourself, but you wouldn't provide it for everybody at the same time. That's why we have a mixed economy, and that's why our government gets involved with these public goods and services. Okay? But the question is, how are they going to get money to provide these services? And we know that. So letter B, going down, there's 4 bullets there. How the government is able to produce public goods and services, letter B. And the first is through tax revenue. For an example, you can put the 16th Amendment, which you'll learn about in my video on tax, borrow, and spend. So through tax revenue. The second is through borrowed funds, from borrowing money from the Federal Reserve, which you will also learn in part of this lesson on the Federal Reserve, which is going to be a textbook activity and a video. Number 3 is through fees. For example, entering a park. If you want to go to a national park, for example, there's a yearly pass that you can buy, and then you go to any park within that calendar year. Okay, and then number 4 is through fines. So if you get pulled over for speeding, if you have a parking ticket, something like that, any kind of traffic or moving violation. That's one of the ways the government collects money. Okay, and this is how they pay for these public goods and services that we talked about at the top. All right. So what I want you to do is, in 1 or 2 sentences at the bottom, I want you to answer in your own words, what is so important to understand about this topic, and why are public goods and services so significant and such an important part of the government's role in the economy? Okay, and then you can also use this note sheet that we just filled out to complete your study guide, which is for homework due in a couple days. All right, thank you.